我看群里面好像有家长在问。Hello everyone, welcome to our lesson 2 for SMKC weekly drills. Hello everyone, prepare a paper, a pencil, and your eraser, okay? So that today we can do the practice together. Hello everyone. If you can hear me clearly, you can type 1 in the chat box, okay? As for today's lesson, we will discuss about the second topic in the SMKC weekly drills. Hello everyone, before the class, please prepare a paper and your pencil and an eraser, okay? Okay, hello everyone. Okay, so before the lesson, we can still see that this is already our week 2 weekly drills, right? And we can see, as for today's lesson, it is still Teacher Jane that will learn together with us. And then we can see, as for the 4 weeks, 1 week every week, we will see each other on Thursday at 4:30 to 5 p.m. You can join the live stream course for free through WeChat or YouTube, okay? And the playback is also provided. Hello everyone, and after you've done your homework, you can also submit your homework through the WeChat group or WeChat or WhatsApp group, okay? And every submission can be exchanged for 1 heart, and after the whole class, if you finish all the questions, then you can get a small present, okay? And then we can see this is the schedule for our lessons. We can see that as for this lesson, we will learn some techniques in reading the questions. I know that when we are doing the word problem, it could be a little bit tricky for us if there are too many information, right? But no worries, as for today's lesson, Teacher Jane will learn together with all of you. And don't forget to join our WhatsApp group or WeChat group. And if you still haven't joined in, you can scan the QR code here to add Teacher Jane's WeChat, okay? Okay, it is already quite close to 4:30. Everyone, make sure you prepare your paper, pencil, eraser. Hello, is that Danko? Hello, everyone. Okay, it is 4:30 right now. So let's start today's lesson. Everyone, we can see that. As for today's lesson, it is our week 2 and our task is to learn how can we turn the word problems into pictures and into easier ways help us to solve the word problem easily. Okay, so after today's lesson, you will feel like, oh, word problem is just easy peasy lemon squeezy. So let's have a look. As for today's lesson, there are two main topic things. The firstly, we will learn some logical reasoning word problems. How can we solve this kind of question? Is there any tips and tricks that we can use? And then the second thing is that we will also learn some practical application problems. That is, what if all the question is related to our daily life? Then how can we solve the problem step by step? And if there are so many information, how can we sort out what is the most important thing to help us solve the problem? Okay, so everyone, let's start. Here, Teacher Jane got a question, and here, everyone, let's have a look. Welcome to the fantastic sports day. So we can see, Pip says, the lamp runs faster than the chick. And then the doggy says, the penguin runs slower than the chick. And our task is to see who runs the fastest and who runs the slowest out of the three animals. Okay, so everyone, let's think of the question. Probably there are many information, right? How can we use the clues to figure out who is the quickest, who is the slowest? Everyone, we can also see that here we got the letters for each animal, right? A for the penguin, B for the chick, C for the lamp. So everyone, our task is to see who is the fastest, who runs the slowest. Okay. Everyone, I'll give you 30 seconds to write it down. You can start from the fastest to the slowest. Write down A, B, C, or B, C, A, or C, B, A, or something, and type it in your chat box, okay? Oh, I got the answer already. Oh, okay, I received your answer. Thank you, everyone. So, when we are thinking about the clues, it will be quite tricky, right? Can we do something, use some tools for us to get the answer quickly? Okay, so everyone, probably we can use the magic arrow, everyone. You can draw on a paper with a big magic arrow. Okay, and then we can see, firstly, we draw a big arrow, a long arrow, and then we can decide our direction. That is, the arrow is starting from where to where. So we can see, this time, Teacher Jane wanna start from the slowest to the fastest. Or sometimes you can also use the magic arrow to do from the smallest to the biggest, from the lowest to the highest, or anything that you want, okay? And use the magic arrow to help us mark and compare. Okay, so everyone, we know that the lamp is C, right? Runs faster than the chick, that is B. So if Teacher Jane write down a dot and then write down C below, should I write down the B on the left of it or the right side of it? L or R? Left or right? We know that the left part is the slowest and the right side, it will go faster and faster, right? So right side is the fastest. So everyone, we can see, actually, we need to draw the chick, the B, on the left side of the C, right? And then we also know that the second clue, the penguin runs slower than the chick. The chick is B, right? It is even slower than the chick. So should we write label on the left or label on the right side? label on the left, right? So according to the picture, we know that A is on the leftmost side. So it is closer to the slowest part. So actually A runs the slowest. That is the penguin, right? And then who runs the fastest? Yeah, the lamp. So we see this is the lamp runs the fastest. Okay, so let's do a quick review. That is just now when we do some logical things. For example, we have some clues. Then the magic arrow can help us order the items, okay? You can write down from the slowest to the fastest or something. Sometimes if the question is about who is the quickest, who is the slowest, who is the highest, who is the lowest, you can also use the magic arrow. Okay, everyone, quite interesting, right? And then this time, let's try it. This is from a real test question in 2024. This is question 18. So everyone, we can have a look. 5 children of different ages. And Ali, Jose, Lee, Vittorio, and Sarah share a birthday. And each child has their own cake below. You can see they are 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 years old, right? And we know the second sentence, Lee is 2 years older than Jose, but 1 year younger than Ali. Vittorio is the youngest, which is Sarah's cake. After I read the sentences, it is already quite confusing, right? But no worries, everyone. We can still try to use the magic arrow to help us label them. Okay, everyone. The first step, you still remember? We can draw an arrow, right? From the left to the right side. Then we also need to decide the direction. From the left to the right, it could be from the youngest to the oldest, right? So everyone, you can label Y for the youngest, O for the oldest to remind you, okay? Do it on your paper. Also take down the notes, okay? Write it down. Draw it together with Teacher Jane. Okay, so after we draw the arrow and then we also label the direction from the youngest to the oldest, then we can label, mark, and then compare, right? Okay, so firstly, we know that Lee is 2 years older than Jose. So the older, we need to draw it towards the right side, right? Because you see the right side is the oldest. And then Jose should be on the left of Lee. And we also know the gap between them is 2 years old. 2 years old. Okay, everyone. Then I'll give you 30 seconds to try to label the others by yourself. Okay? Where should we draw for the Ali? Where should we draw for the Vittorio? Where should we draw Sarah? What is Sarah's cake? Lee is also 1 year younger than Ali, right? And Vittorio is the youngest. Our task is to see which is Sarah's cake. The left side is the youngest. The younger, you draw it on the left. And then the right side, it is the oldest. The older, you draw it on the right side. Okay, everyone, let's try it together. We also know that Lee is 1 year younger than Ali, right? So we can see, should we draw Ali on Ali here? This is Ali, or this is Ali. This is A1, this is A2. everyone? You think A1 or A2? Which one is correct? Lee is 1 year younger than Ali. Should we draw A, the Ali, on the left side or the right side? Is it A1 or A2? Okay, everyone, we need to draw it on the right side, right? Because we know the right side, the more the right it is, then the older it is, right? Okay, so we can see this is Ali, and then we also know that Vittorio is the youngest. The youngest, we just directly draw it on the leftmost side, right? Then we can see this is Vittorio, and then everyone, which is Sarah's cake? Oh, I'm so confusing. Okay. Okay, everyone. Oh, sorry. Let me tell you that Vittorio should be here in the middle because, oh, sorry, Sarah should be here in the middle because you can see Lee and Joe's, there are 2 years gap between them, right? So there must be another one between them that must be Sarah. So our final answer here will be C. So everyone, if you can understand this part, you can give me a big thumbs up or type 1 in the chat box, okay? Then let's move on. This time we can try something different. Okay, so the peep says, what should we do when we see a word problem? There are so many sentences, so many words, I really hate it. But no worries, everyone. After today's lesson, I promise you will fall in love with the word problems, okay? So everyone, we can have a look. Firstly, what we need to do is just to read and underline the keyword. But someone may ask, oh my God, Teacher Jane, I know it. You always say underline the keyword, but I don't even know what is the keyword. But no worries, everyone. After today's lesson, I promise you will know what are the keywords that we need to underline, okay? And then let's have a look. The second thing is that, if there are too many complicated information, then we just visualize them information using some ways. And today, Teacher Jane will teach you a lot of different ways to help us. Okay, so here, everyone, let's have a look. Actually, Teacher Jane thinks that as for the word problem, there are 4 important things. Everyone, have a look at the screen and let's read it together. The first one is that numbers and units. Everyone repeat after me. Numbers and units. The second thing is relational words. What does it mean by the relational words? That means, do we need to do plus or minus or times or division? For example, if we want to know what is the total, then what should we do? Plus or minus or multiple or division? Total. Plus, right? Okay, so this is called as relational words. And then the third thing is that time and sequence. So for example, if you do some times and calendar problem, so probably we will know, sometimes several days later, several days after that. So this is about the time, and sequence means that firstly, secondly, thirdly, and something, okay? This is also quite important. And then the fourth thing is that question or goal. What does it mean? That means, what is this question asking for? For example, in the question, we know that what is the total of how many candies and how many cakes that Teacher Jane have? This is the goal that we want to have, right? That is our task, is to figure out what is the total of cake and candies. Okay, so everyone, let's try to draw the underline the keywords together. So this time, let's figure out what are the keywords, everyone. Let's read it together. And if you think this is really important, then you can remember it in mind and see whether you are correct, okay? Everyone, let's read it together. Read it together loudly. Julie and Angela played combo, a ball game. Each goal in their game scores 2 points. 2 points, everyone, 2 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one is the keyword? Is it numbers and units, or relational words, or time and sequence, or question or goal? 2 points. Each goal in their game scores 2 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one? Type in the chat box, please. Yeah, this is the first one, numbers and units, right? So we see if we are doing the question, we just underline this keyword and think in our mind, oh, teacher Jane already taught us that this is the numbers and the units, right? And then let's move on. Julie scored 5 goals. Just now we know every goal scores 2 points, right? And this time we know Julie scored 5 goals. And Angela scored 9 goals. What is this information about? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4? Which one? Numbers and units, relational words, time and sequence, or question or goal? Okay, this is still about the numbers and units, right? And then the 9 goals as well. This is also about the numbers and the units, everyone. You see, this is about what is the number, what is the units, like how many 5 apples, 10 pens, and something like this. This is the numbers and the units. And then, everyone, let's move on. How many more points than Julie did Angela score? Okay, so our task is to see how many more, right? So you see, actually, this is the goal. This is the question that we need to figure out, right? Okay, so everyone, we can see Teacher Jane listed 4 common keywords. We don't have to figure it out, all of them in the question. But we need to remind us, oh, if we figure out something that is related to these 4 things, then we can underline it, right? But not all the questions has all of these 4 keywords, right? So don't waste time. Just want to know, oh, where is time and sequence? Although, even though this question don't have similar information, okay? Okay, not all questions have all of the 4 information, okay? Then everyone, let's move on and try the next question. Oopsie, seems like this time we have something different. Here you can see a basket with 5 apples. Everyone, 5 apples. Which one? Yeah, 5 apples weighs 5. Oh, sorry, I forgot to underline this one. Weighs 580 grams. If 3 of the apples were taken out, everyone, taken out means that we need to do minus, right? So this time, this is about the relational words. And then the remaining, that means after we take it away, how many left here, right? So this is also relational words. Weight will be 280 grams. 280 grams is also about the numbers and the units, right? Okay, then our task is to see what is the weight in grams of the basket. This is our question or goal. That means in this question, what is our final task, right? Okay, this time, everyone, let's try something together. Everyone take out your paper and let's do the question together. We can see grandmother has just baked 12 cookies. Everyone, think in your mind. Is there any keyword? Yes, good job, Selwyn. This time it is about the numbers and the units, right? And then she wants to give all of the cookies to her 5 grandchildren. Everyone, when you read the question, you can also read it louder if you think this is the keyword, okay? She wants to give. Think about should we do something that must be like minus or division or something, right? To her 5 grandchildren, but also wants to give each of the children the same number of cookies. Okay, how many more cookies should she bake? Okay, so this time we can see. As for the question, oopsie, sorry, the same number of cookies, then how many more she should bake? Okay, so everyone, we can see this time what we need to do is just to think, how can we share the cookies, right? So we have 12 in total. And you can also draw on your paper, label 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as the 5 grandchildren, okay? So we can visualize. We can draw out the item to visualize, everyone. We can visualize the information, okay? So you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, each one of them got 1. And then we still have how many cookies left? Still have 7, right? So we keep on sharing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 12. So we still have 2 left, right? And then 1, 2. Haha, I finished the sharing. So I feel like if one of them have the same number, then what if, Teacher Jane eat these 2 cookies so that each one of them just have 2 cookies so that they won't fight? Is it okay? Teacher Jane just take out the 2 cookies. Can or cannot? Cannot, everyone. Because you see, in the question, our task is to how many more should she bake so that everyone can have the same number, right? We cannot eat for the 5 grandchildren, okay? Okay, so this time, everyone, we see we still need how many more? Yeah, we need 3 more cookies. So everyone, and you can take down the note here. That is, sometimes we can draw out the items to visualize. It doesn't mean I want you to draw the cookies, okay? You just draw some circles will be fine, okay? And take down the note, draw out the item to visualize. Visualize, what does it mean by visualize? That means we can see them directly, right? Because sometimes if we just think in our mind, it takes a lot of time and it's easy to get wrong. But if we just see them directly, we can visualize them directly, then the question will be easier. Okay, then this time let's move on. Here, let Teacher Jane help you to underline the keyword. And we can see this is a real test question in 2021. Okay, so we can see sometimes we can also draw a table to split into categories. What does it mean by the split into categories? Let's see together. Okay, everyone, so we can see the kangaroo had 2 branches for lunch. The kangaroo has 2 branches for lunch, and each branch had 10 leaves. The kangaroo ate some leaves from one branch, and then from the second branch, it ate as many leaves were left on the first branch. How many leaves in total were left on the 2 branches? Okay, everyone, this time I give you 2 minutes to do it by yourself first, then we will discuss together, okay? This time, our question and goal is to see how many in total were left. Everyone, let's do it together. Take out your paper and pencil. Let's do it together, okay? So you can see, as for branch 1 and branch 2, there are some has been eaten. Let's draw the table together, and something has been left. So let's take down the note, branch 1, branch 2. Let's do it together. Teacher Jing is also doing the question, okay? Let's do it together. 2 branches for lunch. Each branch has 10 leaves. 10 leaves in total, right? Every branch has 10 leaves. The kangaroo ate some leaves from one branch. And then from the second branch, It ate as many leaves were left on the first branch. Then how many leaves in total were left on the 2 branches? This time will be a little bit tricky, everyone. Anyone get an answer? Okay, everyone, let me tell you the final answer. Actually, there are 10 leaves left on the 2 branches. Let me tell you why. Probably someone may ask, Teacher Jane, I don't even know how many leaves they ate. But no worries, everyone. Let's see. We know this sentence is really important. From the second branch, it ate as many leaves as were left on the first branch. So you see, this part is just the same as this part. That means the second branch, everyone, you see, from the second branch, it ate as many leaves as were left on the first branch. And we also know as for each branch, we got 10 in total, right? So everyone, can you remind something that is quite similar to the Griffin pairs can help us, right? So you see, if as on the branch 1, we eat 1 leaf, then how many left? 9, right? And on the branch 2, we know it ate as many leaves as were left on the first branch. So here also need to be 9. And then how many left on the branch 1? There will be 1, right? So our task is to see how many leaves in total were left on the 2 branches. So after we add them up, we can get the 10, right? But someone may ask, Teacher Jane, how could you know it eat 1 and 9? I feel like I want it to be 2 and 8, 3 and 7, 4 and 6, 5 and 5. Actually, all can. What about you just try? If we eat 4, then how many left on the branch 1? Type in the chat box. That will be 6. And we know that from the second branch, it ate as many leaves as were left on the first branch, right? So they are still the same. This one will be 6. So on the branch 2, how many left? 4, right? So we can see as for the total of how many leaves left on the 2 branches, there still be 10, right? Okay. So you see, the table can also help us split the information into categories. Just now we learned about the visualize, right? You see the visualize. And then this time we learn about how can we draw the table to split into categories. Then let's move on, the last one. This time let's have a look. We can also list out all the days and times. Sometimes we can list out. Someone may know this is enumeration, right? Okay, so let's try it together. Peter Rabbit eats cabbage and carrots. And each day he eats either 10 carrots or 2 cabbage. So you see, last week, Peter ate 6 cabbages. Then how many carrots did he eat last week? After we underline the keyword, we can do the question, right? So everyone, this time, let's try it together. This question is not hard. What about we just do it directly? We can see every day he can eat 10 carrots or 2 cabbages. So last week, how many days are there in 1 week? 7 days in total, right? 7 days, everyone. 7 days. And we know Peter ate 6 cabbages. Then we know every day he can eat how many cabbages? 2, right? So the 6 cabbages, it must be in how many days? 3 days, right? 3 days. So 3 days. And then we can see 3 days eat 6 cabbages. And then how many carrots did he eat last week? So, I know 7 days minus 3 days. There are 4 days left. So he ate 4 carrots. Am I correct? No, every day he can eat how many carrots? 10, right? So the final answer will be 4 times 10, or you can also do 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 equals 40, right? So we can see 40 carrots that he ate last week. Okay, then everyone, so this is all for today's lesson. We can see, as for today's lesson, we discuss about the logical reasoning and the word problems. How can we underline the keywords and visualize the complicated information? Sometimes, if there are many logical reasoning things, we can just use the magic arrow to help. Or sometimes, if we are reading the word problems, then we can just underline the keywords and visualize the complicated information using, we just draw it out or table, or we can list them out, right? We can see sometimes we can draw it out or draw a table or list out all of them. Okay, teacher Jing also did a summary here. That is, here are the most common keywords in word problems. For example, just now we say numbers and units. I gave you some examples. For example, 5 apples, $12, 8 centimeters. And sometimes there are also relational words. For example, total, altogether, subtraction, that will be remaining, how many left, how many fewer, how many less than, and also about the time and sequence, also the question and the goal. Okay, so this is all for today's lesson. Everyone, hope you enjoy it and looking forward to receiving your homework. Next lesson, because it is Chinese New Year, right? Happy New Year, everyone. And we can see, because it is Chinese New Year, so you just enjoy your holiday and we don't have lesson next week. See you next week, okay? Okay, so everyone, don't forget to submit your homework through WeChat group or WhatsApp group before Saturday 9 p.m. this week, okay? And see you next week. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone.